This year, visa policies and immigration rules changed a lot, and that had a huge impact on international students who want the same opportunities as U.S. students. Hello everyone, I'm your host, Jordan Bajarski, and today we're diving into what it's like to study in the United States as an international student, specifically here at CU Boulder. To understand the experience, we're starting with what the visa process looks like. I spoke with Paige Proger, the Senior Assistant Director for International Students and Scholar Services at CU Boulder.
You have to provide English proficiency scores as well as proof of funding. And the proof of funding can be a real barrier. The amount of proof of funding that students typically have to show is anywhere between $6,500 and $100,000 for a year's worth of time.
For many students, getting that funding is nearly impossible, even if they have loans or help from family. Even after proving financial stability, students then face the U.S. consulate. This process is longer for some people than others. I talked with Shrey Ghosh, a PhD student here at CU, from India on an F1 visa.
I remember when I went for the visa interview, there was a guy who was before me in the queue. His interview went on for 55 minutes. My interview was for 5 to 7 minutes. So the difference was because I had a job and I was working for this scientific research organization, I was given preference. I did not go through any trouble. It was a cakewalk for me.
Next, I spoke to Lulu Castro, who came to the U.S. to study postgrad at CU. She came on a J1 cultural exchange visa and now currently lives back in Mexico.
For us, you are not able to do any kind of work outside of the work that you do with your host family. And I do have limitations on, it is strict. You have to follow certain things, you're not able, I don't know, if I get a ticket or stuff like that, it's not like they send me back to my country, but they can kind of kick you out of the program.
But while these visa rules were strict, she says they've become even tighter in just the last year, and she's grateful that her studying took place in 2023.
Being in the country as a student, with a student visa or a cultural exchange visa or anything, I feel like now you feel like you have more eyes on you. With a student visa, you feel like you have to be more careful with your social media or with what you post or even at school, I do feel it's more strict now than when I was there.
New federal guidance since December of last year now requires students to make their social media accounts public when applying for a visa.
For example, they're requiring visa applicants to have their social media on public so that they can review social media.
There are also new requirements when renewing your visa, causing extra trouble for students.
Right now, the rule is you must apply from your home country. Who wants to go to the conference in the UK may need to go home to Brazil first to get a new visa, or the other way around, go to the conference, then go to Brazil to get the visa to come back in.
These policies truly do have a personal impact. According to DHS.gov, Trump's administration thinks international students can cause unsafety and disadvantages to U.S. citizens. This causes extreme fear and caution for international students when keeping up with the news while studying here.
There's a lot of anti-Indian sentiment that is going on right now. I had a Twitter handle and I deleted it because it was so negative. And I didn't want to read those posts. And especially my being a brown person, there is some stress. And it's better to be diplomatic and not lose temper, just stay calm and whatever is asked, answer to a certain extent and have a lawyer's number handy.
New policies have also required international students to always carry their I-20 documentation with them.
The TSA might be asking for the I-20, so they have to carry the I-20 all the time now. Now, this was not the case earlier because TSA was not supposed to see the visa page. It still doesn't see the visa page, but there are other people who might see. So you have to, I was advised by ISS to carry my I-20 all the time, just to be on the safe side.
The policies shaping international students' lives are shifting quickly. As rules tighten, we risk losing the very students who bring global perspectives into classrooms in universities like CU Boulder.
If you see the enrollment data for international students in 2025, it has gone down.
According to the Washington Post and other news outlets, international students' enrollment in the U.S. fell by 17% in fall 2025 compared to fall 2024. The experience is different for each student, but both Shrey and Lulu said despite all their struggles, they want to study and work in the U.S., and they are just as deserving as any other student.
I decided to come here. I came with the attitude that I would want to complete my PhD and then work here as a researcher, as a teacher, because obviously the opportunities are a lot better here.
I think there are a lot of good communities in the US that, it's better to experience and to take the risk for.
Thank you all so much for listening to this episode and these student stories. This has been my look into the international student experience at CU Boulder.